So I picked up in New Jersey. I'm headed back to Texas right now. It's a 1,430-mile load. I'm trying to get there before Friday so I can get another load to continue rolling through the weekend. However, I was caught off guard by an air leak I had in one of my tires. I heard it when I was putting fuel, and it ended up having two tires who had an air leak, which had an air leak. So that's what happened. I'm stopped at the Loves. I had 14 hours to drive, but or not 14 hours. I had 4 hours to drive on my 14. Anyway, long story short, I just went inside, took a shower, and now I'm back. And I wanted to go over about what really broke me. So there's a time period when I was with a girl at the time, and the relationship was already going downhill. It wasn't getting any better. She was lying. Anyway, I go to work one day, and I get off, and I'm told my mom's in the hospital. So I get to the hospital. When I'm there, doctors are in there, and they tell me that she has stage 4 cancer. When I found that out, I think about an hour or two went by, and everyone's already coming in and out of the hospital, and I'm getting phone calls left and right from my girlfriend. Where are you? I want to talk to you. I said, look, I'm with family, and well, I need to talk to you. I said, I can't do this. I think about 10 minutes later, she kept calling and calling after I hung up, and I said, it's over. I can't do this. I'm with family. You can't respect that. It's over. So I'd already gone through a breakup. Anyway, I continued to go to work for a week and a half, and then I'm involved in an accident. We were moving an air handling unit on a crane through a penthouse, through a window area, to set it on some concrete, and one of the straps pulled real tight, and it tipped over on me. It landed on me, and it gave me a slight fracture in my ankle. When it knocked me over, it turned me, and my head hit the concrete, so I have 14 stitches across my eyebrow. So when emergency medical services get there, they shot me up with 180 milligrams of fentanyl, which today is very deadly. And I was in pain. I get to the I get in the ambulance. I get to the hospital. They do x-rays, they ask me questions, but by this time I'm so irritated, I just wanted to lay down and fall asleep. But the nurses wouldn't let me do that. They wanted a drug test. So, yeah. After that, I'm in the same hospital, the same hospital with my mom at this time. I go to her room, hang out there for a bit. I remember eating chicken nuggets from McDonald's that day. Family's still coming in and out. And I go home that evening. So I'm unable to work. I'm getting calls from my boss. Hey, how are you? We hope you're doing good. So on and so forth. They respected me a little. I didn't want to talk. I just wanted to lay down. I said, look, I really like to talk, but I'm laying down. So after that, a week and a half goes by, and my mom's released from the hospital. Well, 3 days later, after she's released, she just started her health declined even more. You know, on that third day, I went to the store with my aunt and came back, and she was huffing and trying to catch her breath, and it was just hard. You know, nothing you could really do. Finally, that evening, she passes. And this was all within like a month. So that's what I had gone through. What had helped me during that time period is I went to the gym a lot. I relied on that so bad. I just wanted to heal physically, but emotionally it was a separate healing, like, because there was just so much there. You get a breakup and losing your mom. I mean, and not working, no income. So what do? You know? I wasn't more open to talking about it then as I am now. But, you know, time just, I guess it does heal after a while. Nobody was really like there for me at the time because everyone was working and I'm stuck inside of a house. And I think that's mainly the reason why it broke me, was because I was there trapped within like four walls and not doing anything. Everyone was working at the time, so I couldn't like talk and I couldn't go back to some kind of normal. For like a month and a half, it was just like that. But after a month and a half, I finally get the okay to come back to work. Workers' comp was, you know, giving me some kind of checks, but it wasn't enough. That's what I had did, physical therapy, the whole 9 yards. Just awful going through all that. Now, what I'd like to go over is how I was raised. So, I was born in Victoria by my dad and my mom, which is Danny and Margarita, right? However, my grandparents on my dad's side, Rose De La Garza and Leonard De La Garza, raised me. And within a week, I was adopted by them. So they're my grandparents. They automatically became my parents. I can't pull a regular birth certificate with my mom and my biological parents' name on there. If I ask for a birth certificate, it's gonna show Leonard and Rose on there, which are my grandparents. So they became my mom and dad by the court. So now my dad is my brother, and my uncle is my brother. My aunts are my sisters. So it's kind of odd how everything just plays out. Anyway, I went through a lot of bullying growing up, and from elementary to high school, horrific names, being pushed around, having no friends, being left out of groups. To this day, I'm still left out of groups. I still see the people I went to school with in groups at the bars, and, you know, or at golfing or bowling or, you know, whatever. I still see that. And I wanted that at the time, but now it's like, I don't want it no more. To this day, I haven't even been invited by a wedding. I don't have pictures from my past of any school. I want to just like forget about it. That's how bad it was. I couldn't enjoy school. It was more like walking with an anxiety, showing up to school every day. Okay, should I have to go through that? I did. Sometimes to this day I get messages, "Hey, I'm sorry for the way I talked to you." So like, it's like they knew what they were doing. They just went with the flow. I wanted friends then. It's not worth it no more. If somebody asked me like, "Hey, come hang out with us," I'd probably say yes, go, and then just see how it is. Hang around for an hour or two, and then, like, "Hey, thanks for inviting me. I really appreciate it. I gotta go." 10 to 1, I gotta go because, like, I feel uncomfortable, or I feel unwelcome, or it's just like, it's a front, You start families, you go to church. Like, from what you showed me was that you're an asshole. Family or church doesn't really doesn't really cover that up. So, and it's, I don't want to hold grudges. I just want to forget. God, I remember trying to talk to like people, and this one or two girls gave me a hard time. I wasn't much. I was in like an anxiety state. I couldn't express myself. I couldn't, do the things I wanted to do, like take them out to movies and all that, without having like some kind of anxiety. I don't know why, It is what it is. But yeah, that's technically my childhood and what really broke me. Nowadays, I'm doing truck driving, so I kind of got out of that mess. I just want to move forward. I really just want to like fix my teeth, pay off my bills. Everything would be great. That's why I need YouTube. I don't need it, but it's gonna help. At some point, it's gonna help. But for the most part, doing okay. Oh, by the way, I am actually the first person to get a trade or learn something. I don't have to live paycheck to paycheck, and I've doubled my income, and I don't have to be in I haven't been like at one place. I've gotten the confidence to like kind of move in the direction I want to. So yeah. By the way, getting a CDL has actually given me the confidence to like, I'm not gonna do that. Or I'm gonna just walk away. It's bad, but if you can talk and communicate with people at the company, it's gonna go a long way. However, if nothing is concluded, well then it's not good. That's why I quit beer, and that's why I was let go from the ice company. Which I wanted to tell you another story about the ice company. So My coworker at the time went to a 7-Eleven on a intersection. This guy comes out with no shirt on, and he's huffing and puffing, and he says, "Hey, bro, can you take one of these ice machines away? We don't need 3 of them." He says, "Who are you?" He says, "I'm the manager." Like, really? He said, "I'm sorry you feel that way, but there's nothing I can do, you know?" He said, "These aren't my machines, these are y'all's." He's all like, "Man, but we don't need this." So like, whatever, I'll figure it out. He continues walking down the road. It's crazy on stuff like that, because you don't think anything like that's gonna happen while you're tossing ice, but you know, it's a classic story. Good times, good times. That's what my coworker told me. I think at the time I was like in Port Lavaca or Seadrift or Cuero. I don't know. I was doing something. Anyway, that's all I got. Thank you for listening. Again, please subscribe. And I will talk about how inconveniences and, you know, keeping positive. So inconveniences pop up. Try to have a positive attitude is what I'm trying to get at, you know. I'll talk about that in my next video. Anyway.